everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. So, sort of a big day in Evony. Not too exciting, but they did announce some stuff about upcoming, I was gonna say Shalons, but it's Battle of Austerlitz and Battle of Toulon. Now, before anybody gets all worked up and wondering or excited and thinks, oh, wow, we got new battlefields. No, we actually don't. What we have is Evony trying to rope in a new group of player base or suckers to play the game by changing the battle names to names that match the movie Napoleon that is in theaters and doing very well. So obviously when people do searches for medieval war games, they may come up with names that match Napoleon, his victories that he did, his famous battles, and they hope that these people join the game. But in reality, for the current players, it's the exact same. Like if we look at this one, this is Battle of Toulon. This is basically BOC, and it's it. The rules are all the same. You can look at them. There's absolutely no changes in that. If we look at the Battle of Austerlitz, it's exactly the same. It starts in 28 days. It has the exact same rewards, or like same style of rewards. And it's the same here. You look at this, talks about top 16, top 32, round of 48, talks about, where does it say exactly here? Alliance can have up to 25 members, and there's 4 teams on the battlefield, 256. So by looking at that, we can see that it is the exact same as Battle of Chalons, but a new interface, new name. And then there are a couple new things right here. If we go to Battle of Toulon, War Mobilization, there's a countdown to when Chalons / Austerlitz will begin, and there's rewards. So this is kind of cool because it's per round, I believe, these. So Alliance ranks in the top 500 of the continent at the end of the season, and then achieves 3,000 personal scores in a single round. So this is pretty cool. All you got to do is get 3,000 points, and you get a shot at getting probably a tavern general or possibly something more special. But most likely you will get ripped off. But hey, at least you could turn it into like 10 runestones and 20 million gold. But anyways, it's kind of cool. It is something. So I do like the rewards. I actually wish it was a bit higher than 3,000. Make it special, or 3,000 for like C5 and 6, and then maybe go up 1,000 or 2 for each round. Just something for people to strive for and achieve. Right now, that 3,000, at least in C2 and C1, that's basically a participation reward. You log in, get zeroed, you get 3,000. Now, what else has come out? There's also kind of, if you look at All-Stars, this is kind of cool. It shows you who the top 3 were on each team in the final round. So this is BK the Terrible. He is the MVP of his team. And then if we scroll down, we can see here the top 3 on each team. And I would be remiss if I didn't go to server 1 and look at this, right? My friend there, Big Bry, finished 3rd overall in all of C1. Very good. Let's see who else there is. Waggy. And then you can scroll through all the different continents. But one thing, look at this. New continents, right? So right here, it doesn't have them. So those are the old ones. But if we go over here to Battle of Toulon, and we want to go to the rankings, look at this. There are 6 continents. So Evony has added a 6th continent, and it basically broke C5 in half. But obviously, Evony has since added about 300 servers, so they're up to like, what, 1,600 or something now? So there's a sixth continent, but the big news is GOT and RSP will now be C1. GOT, I believe, was C1, won like about a year ago, one or two All-Stars before, and then they had the super merges where they merged like 250 servers, and then that bumped GOT back to C2, and now they're going back to C1. I believe that's what happened. But RSP, for a long time, who's been a dominant alliance on C2, like has been right on the cusp, and the old breakoff was 301 and they're 302, so they've always missed it, and now they're finally going to C1, so it should breathe some life into C1, as the league now will have 4 really dominant alliances, and then C2 kind of adds some of C3 and so on. Got C4 getting some of C5. Now, I was asked a question about getting top 200 because it is also Ultimate War season. How would the new continents affect getting top 200 for Red Wings? My personal opinion, because it's Ultimate War season, so you only need top 200 per continent. My personal opinion here is that it's going to get harder for C1 because they just added some big alliances, but it's going to get easier for everyone else because they, lost some players, or players moved on to another continent lower than them, and they basically, like for example, C2 just had 30 players who probably always finish in the top 2 to 300 go to a newer continent, go to C1. So there should be more room now for other players. But other than that, not much new has changed in this. So let me know your thoughts on all the changes, and like, subscribe, leave a comment.